The search for security is a trap that many fervently embrace, a comfortable refuge that in reality hides the pain of passivity. To conform is to surrender to invisibility, where silence becomes the greatest ally of those who don't want to expose themselves. Have you ever stopped to think whether your complacency is a choice or a condemnation? Most don't dare to, and that hesitation is the true prison. The wolf stands out because it has the courage to act, to question, even when society preaches conformity as a virtue. Life is a cruel game. While the sheep gather, the wolves watch. The strategy of power lies in the art of being discreet, of not revealing one's cards. In this dance of domination, those who keep to themselves position themselves in control. The silent pain of conformity appears as an innocuous choice, but true power demands responsibility and the boldness to challenge norms. What will you choose to be? Remember, power doesn't need an audience. It observes. Conformity is a silent prison where souls surrender to the fear of rejection, choosing to be sheep in a flock that moves in sync. Most live like shadows, ignoring the potential that resides within each of them. They fail to realize that their acceptance is, in fact, a form of domination. The wolves watch with keen eyes, waiting for the right moment to recruit those who dare to question the status quo. Why does the sheep settle for invisibility? The weight of social expectations becomes an oppressive burden. The pain of complacency is often more intense than the pain of confrontation. There is a powerful force in self-affirmation that few recognize. The person who doesn't expose themselves is, in truth, the most dangerous. The reality is cruel. Remaining silent is a pact with mediocrity. Change your perspective. True strength is not revealed in the crowd, but in those who have chosen to stand out. The choice is yours. Remain hidden or challenge the invisibility that consumes you. Freedom begins when you embrace the complexity of life and the responsibility it brings. Remember, being discreet is an act of control, and the absence of voice allows others to dictate your destiny. The struggle for authenticity is often overshadowed by the seductive pull of conformity. The inner wolf that resides within us is frequently silenced, suffocated by the weight of expectations. Acting like a sheep brings a false sense of security, but this choice is a disguised condemnation. The traps of the herd are created by those who prefer approval over challenge. While you adapt to the flock, true power lies in the clouds of doubt and in audacious questioning. What if we dared to ask ourselves, who lurks in the shadows waiting for a signal to strike? Wolves are forged in silence. Passivity becomes a shield, but remember, every moment of omission is an act of capitulation. You are part of the game, but what do you want to be on this board? Take your stand. The authentic desperation for true connection and understanding is a piece of the strength that resides within you. True freedom is revealed when we choose to be the presence that many fear. The wolf observes in silence. Others lose themselves in conformity. Invisibility becomes a subtle trap, where the fear of rejection turns voices into silent echoes. Sheep that conform to the flock create a false sense of security, but the truth is that with every moment you remain silent, you give up a piece of your essence. Passivity is a poison that taints the spirit. As you adapt to the group's expectations, true power slips through your fingers. Those who allow themselves to be seen, who challenge norms, are the true strategists, moving like shadows in the game of life. Machiavelli warned us, power resides in the cunning of those who operate in the shadows. The wolves are always lurking, ready to recruit the unwary who have the courage to expose themselves. Think about it. When was the last time you allowed yourself to be authentic, to lay your intentions bare? Control comes from the ability to manipulate the space around you, to observe without being noticed, to act with precision. The lie that everyone believes is that the security offered by conformity will bring peace. The reality is much harsher. Silence is a dead-end tunnel. Those who dare to question the established order become the ones truly worthy of attention. If you refuse to be merely a spectator in your own life, choose non-conformity. You don't need to expose yourself to be heard. True power reveals itself in the ability to remain invisible while being unwavering. The choice is yours, to be part of the flock or the wolf that observes in silence. Security is an illusion that many cling to, a trap that whispers promises of comfort while imprisoning the true essence. Conformity transforms individuals into invisibilities, silencing voices that could challenge the order. Have you ever reflected on whether you are really in control or just a prisoner of your own choices? Most will shy away from that question, diving deeper into their own complacency. Yet the wolf with its piercing gaze rises. It knows that the pain of not exposing oneself is more devouring than the pain of confrontation. As the sheep gather, they create a safe but mediocre space. The true strategy of power lies in recognizing that silence, when wielded wisely, can become a devastating weapon. Every time you remain silent, you relinquish a part of who you are. Remember, mediocrity hides in the shadows of expectations wrapped in acceptance. What if we dared to confront the pain of truth? To dare to be the wolf that does not conform to imposed social norms? The authentic desperation for genuine connection is a spark that can ignite the fire of self-affirmation. You are not meant to fit into someone else's mold. Freedom lies in your conscious choice. True strength does not reside in the crowd. It emerges when you choose to be the presence that many fear. Conformity is a subtle trap, where security transforms into a cloak that suffocates the spirit. You allow yourself to become a shadow of who you truly are, while the struggle for authenticity fades into silent echoes. The pain of complacency runs deeper than one might think. Yearning for acceptance is, in reality, a surrender to mediocrity. With each choice to remain invisible, you relinquish a part of your essence, allowing the social norms dictated by the wolves to become your chains. But why hold back? Silence is a pact of submission, and those who observe from a distance understand that it can also be a weapon. Remember, every moment of inaction is a concession to passivity. The wolf within you longs to break free. True power manifests in the boldness to be seen, to challenge the herd, and to claim your authenticity. True strength does not reside in the crowd. It emerges when you decide to be the presence that many fear. In the game of existence, invisibility is the greatest danger. The struggle for true authenticity is often drowned out by the seductive lure of conformity. This is a silent battlefield where many surrender to the pressure of acceptance and in doing so become prisoners of their own choices. Each day spent in the shadows is a missed opportunity for affirmation. The echoes of silence turn into the trap of mediocrity. You didn't become invisible by chance. To conform is more than just accepting. It's a pact that wraps the fear of rejection in a cloak of false security. But the wolves, vigilant and shrewd, exploit the complacency that so many cultivate. They wait. What they see in the shadows is unexplored potential, a force that can shake the very foundation of society. What will you let slip away in the name of acceptance? In the subtle dance of shadows, those who stand out become targets. The absence of voice is a freedom, a power that few can claim. The quest for acceptance is a poison that seeps into the veins of society. Conformity masquerades as protection, but in truth, it is the trap that distances us from our true essence. How many times have you preferred silence over exposure? Invisibility may offer fleeting comfort, but the pain of remaining hidden is a disguised condemnation. Most retreat to the safety of the shadows while the wolves surround us, waiting for the moment when complacency becomes their prey. What we need to question is, who hides in the shadows? The unexplored potential lies in wait, free from societal shackles. Passivity is a pact with mediocrity, and every day that passes without conscious action is a new concession to conformity. Look around you. Those who dare to break the silence not only stand out, but reveal the true dynamics of power. Remember, being the presence that many fear is liberating. True strength does not wait for applause. It acts in silence while others get lost in conformity. The wolf waits in silence. The sheep submits to the roar of the crowd. You seek security, but conformity becomes your prison. The wolf observes, and the weight of social expectations transforms into invisible shackles. Many prefer passivity to the pain of confrontation, allowing the fear of rejection to shape their lives. True strength lies in the willingness to be authentic, to challenge the norm, and to confront what it truly means to live. The silence you cultivate can be a weapon or a trap. By surrendering your voice, you relinquish a vital part of yourself. Consider the consequences of staying in the shadows. Each day you censor yourself, your potential slips away. Passivity dissolves your aspirations and consents to mediocrity. While the sheep move in unison, the wolves patiently wait, ready to recruit those who dare to break the cycle. What life will you choose? Don't be swayed by the illusion of safety. An honest confrontation can transform your reality. In the struggle for authenticity, silence is an act of servitude.